So I've been fingering Samsung's Ring for over 2 weeks now, and most enjoyable it's been. But is it actually worth 400 quid? The Samsung Galaxy Ring is designed to track your health stats, your heart rate, etc. in one of the most unintrusive ways possible. Handy if you find wearing a chunky old smartwatch just isn't really for you. You can grab it right now in ring sizes 5 to 13. You can actually go into a Samsung Galaxy store if you've got one near you and get measured up. But yeah, make sure that your wallet is fat with stacks if you fancy one. So here's my full Samsung Galaxy Ring review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Right, I'm just gonna get a close-up of my ring, FNAF now. Now the Samsung Galaxy Ring is constructed from titanium, at the very least plated in it. As you can see there, sports a concave surface. As I say, you can grab it in a variety of sizes, but every size of the Samsung Galaxy Ring is apparently 7mm at its thickest point and weighs under 3 grams impressively. I've got to say, when I first clapped eyes on this thing, I was like, that's probably going to be quite a hefty ring. But actually, when you bung it on there, it is surprisingly light. I was told in my briefing by Samsung that it's designed to go on the old pointy finger here, but pretty sure it'll work just fine on the others as well. This is my first time reviewing any kind of smart ring, and I gotta say, it is a proper chonkster. Occasionally I'll go to rub my nose or something and properly twat myself in the face with it. At times it does kind of feel like I'm wearing knuckle dusters. And I do find the Samsung Galaxy Ring pretty comfortable to wear 24 hours a day, although I am always aware that it's sat right there on my pinky. But also if you happen to wear a lot of rings and you've got one on this bad boy here, Mr. Sweary, chances are they'll probably grind against each other pretty horrendously like a couple of horny teenagers. And you've got a choice of 3 different colours, black, silver or gold. As you can see, I've got the gold member. And this is rather glossy and shiny. I do prefer a matte finish to my jewellery, especially as that ring can get rather smudgy. If you're a fan of fried foods, you'll certainly need to give it a good buffing every now and then. You might occasionally find a bit of fried chicken just lodged down there in the gap. But I'm happy to report that my ring is still in perfect condition, mostly helped by the titanium finish and that concave design. And the ring is IP68 water and dust resistant. It can also survive depths of up to 10 atmospheres, so it's fine to leave on your pinky when you go swimming or snorkeling or whatever. And the Galaxy Ring has a bit of built-in gesture support as well. So for instance, if you've got the fresh new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 or Z Flip 6, you can open up the camera app, prop the phone up like so, and then a quick double pinch will take a photo. And that is, yeah, definitely a keeper, as always. You could also use the old double pinch to silence any alarms that are blaring, which is dangerously easy. And you can deactivate these gestures if you want inside of Samsung's Wearable app. You've got all the general customization. You can also check on the battery life of your ring. You can also set up your health shenanigans, so a heart rate alert, auto-detecting 2 activities, walking or running. Turn off this bloody inactive time stuff because that's just a pain in the arse. And if you need a hand finding your ring, well, God help you. You can check out the location on a map, and using Samsung Find you can also blink those internal sensor lights to help you find it if you drop it in the dark, I guess. Now if you wear the Samsung Galaxy Ring 24 hours a day, it will track quite a few health stats, including the likes of your heart rate, your SpO2 levels, etc. And you'll get a bit of personalised health coaching as well. And this can be slightly balky at times. For instance, even I do more than an average of 0 minutes of exercise a day. But it's decent to give you a general overview of where you're at. So for instance, there's a good bit of sleep tracking. And yeah, wearing a ring to bed is considerably more comfortable than a big old chunky smartwatch, so I'm certainly a fan of that. And this can record precisely how much sleep you get. It's pretty accurate on that front, especially at the passing out time in the evenings. Sometimes if you just lie there in bed at the morning staring at the ceiling and willing yourself to actually get up, it can sometimes count that as light sleep, but overall, pretty good. As I say, the sleep tracking pretty accurate, although once or twice it didn't figure out that I woke up at 3 AM for an obligatory nighttime piss. Just counted it as light sleep. And one other night it reckons I woke up about sort of 15, 20 times when I was absolutely just out cold. Probably my fault, I probably just thrash around a lot in my sleep. Good old night terrors. But generally, very good indeed. You see, they get a rough idea of how much deep sleep and lighter sleep you've achieved. And yes, you've got good old snore detection as well, which is pretty disturbing stuff if you don't realize you snore beforehand. This actually uses your phone's mic to pick up on any snorting and snuffling during the night, so it's bugger all to do with the ring really, but you can actually play back your snoring session, which is absolutely delightful. I still maintain that's my wife, not me. And oh yes, that wearable app can also coach you on your sleeping to help you improve the quality of your kip over time. Like, hey, maybe don't smash half a dozen espresso martinis before passing out face first on the sofa every bloody evening, you massive pisshead. However, gotta say, those SpO2 levels wildly inaccurate, at least I bloody hope so. On some days, this was recorded as dropping as low as 80% quite frequently during the night, whereas most smartwatches seem to agree that it rarely dips below 95%. So either the Galaxy Ring is a wee bit f***ed, or I am, basically. And likewise, those heart rate measurements do tend to fluctuate quite a bit at times. Certainly more than I see on more smartwatches, so if you're serious about your fitness tracking, you'll probably want to look elsewhere, but otherwise for a general overview, not bad. And then of course, as if we aren't already judged enough in our everyday existences, you are awarded an energy score and a sleep score every single day. The sleep score generally feels pretty accurate. It's quite low if I have a really crap night's sleep. I do tend to get in the 80s and 90s because I do tend to pass out for a good few hours every night. The old energy score, not quite as accurate. As you can see, it's really piss poor today, purely because I did a fair bit of walking yesterday. I actually feel pretty good. These are all the criteria you're judged on. Quite a lot of it is sleep based, but then also the previous day's activity. You can see my sleep and heart rate, not fantastic. Absolutely blaming that on the beer and whiskies I might have had with dinner last night. But yeah, as long as you wear the ring consistently, then Samsung Health is packed full of little insights and tips and tricks on how not to feel like a lardy sack of shit. As far as workout detection goes, well, you've only got tracking for walking and running here, although the ring can auto-detect both, so at least you don't have to manually say, oh, by the way, I'm walking now. On the whole, seems pretty good at detecting when you are walking, although the actual distances covered and the speed of your walking are not entirely accurate, gotta be said. The results do tend to fluctuate quite a bit, even when I'm walking the same route at basically the same pace multiple times. And very different results to what you'll get with many smartwatches. And of course, if you do other forms of exercise, bit of HIIT, boxing, cycling, whatever else, this thing just won't do anything. The Samsung Galaxy Ring might be rather bloody pricey, shall we say, but at least there's no additional subscription charges slapped on top of there. Once you've bought it, you've got it on your pinky, and just do its thing, no extra cost. Now, Samsung reckons you'll get up to 7 days of battery life from a single charge of the Galaxy Ring, maybe slightly more for the slightly bigger rings, which do actually have bigger batteries. And apparently, if you're also wearing a Galaxy Watch 7 at the same time as the ring, then the battery life will be extended slightly as they share the burden of that heart rate tracking. Now, personally, I found that without wearing a Galaxy Watch 7, I get pretty much bang on 4 days of battery life from a single charge. Of course, you've got to keep tabs in the Wearable app for actually seeing when that battery life is running low. So a couple of times mine's run dry and I haven't realized until a few hours later. And when it does run dry, well, you've got this charming wee slightly chunky case that you can chuck it inside of. When you lift the lid on this, it will actually give you an indication of how much charge is remaining in the case. As you can see, pretty much bugger all left in mine. And basically you just pull off your ring, slap it on there, and it will start to power back up. You can check on the charging situation at any point by pushing this little button. As you can see there, got almost a half charge at the moment. When that light circle is complete, it's job done. And full charge takes about an hour or so, a bit longer than I expected. You can fully charge that Galaxy Ring just over 2 times before the case itself needs a recharge as well, which you can accomplish with a bit of Type-C USB action. Otherwise, it also supports wireless charging. And there you have it, my lovelies. That in a tasty wee nutshell is the fresh new Samsung Galaxy Ring, yours to finger for 400 quid. And personally, I wouldn't pay £400 for it. It's not really for me, even though I did like the less invasive sleep tracking. I'm really not a massive fan of wearing smartwatches to bed. But the rest of the fitness tracking, not quite as good as a smartwatch, especially if you do stuff that isn't just walking or running. And even then, as I say, not quite as accurate with some of the measurements. Of course, that performance could improve with firmware updates, etc. So it'll be interesting to see how it performs in the long term, what additional features Samsung chucks in, etc. So what do you reckon? Are you going to grab yourself a Samsung Galaxy Ring? Or maybe you have already. It would be great to hear your own personal mini review down in the comments below. Please do book, subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone. Love you.